Coming up on 21 minutes after 11, I'm Nick Harcourt, your host. The program is Morning Becomes Eclectic, and Phillips joins us this morning. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Good to see you back. Thanks for coming in this morning.
You too. Good to be here.
New album is called Virginia Creeper, and it's actually out officially tomorrow, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
I want to come back and talk a little bit about that and what else you've been up to. But first of all, maybe I could get you to introduce the band, and then we'll hear some music.
I'll do that. Singing with me this morning, and also featured all over this record is Cindy Wasserman, and we call her the Siren of Silver Lake. On the drums, we've got Kevin, the king of big swing, Jarvis. There he is. He's over there. Imagine him. And there is David J. Carpenter on the upright bass. And us folks are a band.
Well, we should point out, actually, if you're online and you can, or if you can get online, you can actually see this performance at KCRW.com. But I'm going to throw it back to you guys, and we'll hear a set of music, and then we'll come back and catch up with Phillips and the Virginia Creepers, I guess, you got with you this morning.
Yeah, unofficially, that's how we're feeling this morning.
Cool.
This is called Josephine of the Swamps. Oh, the slough winds of serpentine, full of black delta peat, yellow bronze grapes of muscadine, growing wild and sweet. On the shore, lady, there you were, in your robes of a queen, in your lips sang a heron song, in my hour and eve, yet I feel like I wanna crow, in my sleep, shining in my soul, Josephine. Oh, the wasteland is plenty wide, far as I ever seen. In the swamp she's full of the moonlight, full of mangrove trees. Yet I feel like I wanna crawl, howling in my sleep, shining in my soul, Josephine, Josephine. Darkness to follow me with its crocodile leer, for that hatchet of Josephine of the swamps my peer. Yet I feel like I wanna crawl,
my sleep, churning in my soul. Josephine, Josephine, and I feel like I wanna crow, howling in my sleep. Hear me churning in my soul. Josephine, Josephine. She's a piratey soul full of vinegar and glitter. She is a song of her own from down the wrong end of the river. Wild like the lily of passion, have you ever had the honors? Whoa, no, 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 no way. When your carnival roasters the kiss of belladonna, there ain't no taking it slow for the avalanche's daughter. Wild like the lily of passion, have you ever had the honors? Whoa, no, no, whoa, no, no, whoa, no, 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 no. She is the lily of passion. She is the lily of passion. She is the lily of passion. She is the lily of. She is a canary royal, save the curse of Desdemona. And bright, bright, bright is the blush of her smile, like the apples of Pomona. Wild like the lily of passion, have you ever had the honors? Whoa, no, 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 no way. No way. No way. And hey, she's the fork in the road, road has come to splinter. She is the spark in our coal, come the bitterness of winter. Wild like the lily of passion, have you ever had the honors? Whoa, no, no, whoa, no, no, whoa, no, 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 no. She is the lily of passion. 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 The lily of passion. The lily of passion. The lily of passion. She is. She is.
Wow, my headphones slipped off my entire head. Specially made headphones, too. Big, giant ones for my big, giant head.
But he summed up each night when it's just you and the road. See no tail lights there for miles and nothing much. Static on radio. Wasn't looking to the left, wasn't looking to the right. Just kept walking like Virginia to the surf, towards the far end of the night. In time, it hangs like a noose beat for me. In time, it steals to a crawl and cries so slowly. Heard my own beloved cry. I heard my one beloved mourn. What's the use in all the ache we must endure? And I had no good reason why. In time, it hangs like a noose beat for me. In time, it steals to a crawl and cries so slowly. Not a rail to grasp hold, nor a savior there beside. Just kept walking like Virginia to that surf, towards the far end of the night. In time, it hangs like a noose beat for me. In time, it steals to a crawl and cries so slowly. In time, it hangs like a noose all around me. How we doing on time?
Is it lunch yet? Are we at the lunch hour? I'm gonna slip into something a little sultry. It's actually a harmonica. Now's a good time to slink into your own harmonicas. All right. This is called. What is this called? This is called Calamity Jane.
Welcome, babe. Ringing down the year with a tape parade. Well, the motorcade is stretched from first to main. Calamity Jane, shoot it off that mouth again. Hey, 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 hey. All your sins on your man of sorrow then. Strong through the crowd with a black mantilla friend. Well, a whisper around like locust in the crane. Calamity Jane, hit it on the nose again. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, Calamity Jane, Calamity Jane. Wash down the tears of the revolution, babe. Born in the back of a Studebaker, oh, American made. Oh, but girl, you know shame. Calamity Jane, honey, take heart and take aim. Hey, 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 hey. Calamity Jane, Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane, oh, Calamity Jane, Jane. Calamity Jane.
Grantley Phillips on Morning Becomes Eclectic at 89.9 KCRW, playing us a set, and new album is actually out tomorrow, and it's called Virginia Creeper. And the last time you were here, it was actually September 2001. We just had a quick look. It was actually about a week before the momentous events of September 11th.
Gosh, that's right.
And I was thinking back on when you were here, the album that you had out at the time, Mobilize, which you pretty much just did on your own, right? And
Right.
This time around on the new album, a little bit of a different take on it. You actually brought in a whole bunch of musicians and made it with a band, really.
That's right. Yeah, both Kevin and Cindy here were part of that album, as were a slew of great friends and great musicians, bassed by Sebastian Steinberg, Sheldon Gomberg, Zach Ray played some piano, John Bryan made a cameo appearance, Bill Bonk. Oh, goodness, I'm leaving out a few folks.
But lots of people who you pulled in to help flesh out the songs, I guess, this
That's
time
right.
around. Why'd you decide to do that? Now, I mean, Grantley Buffalo finished probably about 5 years or so ago,
Right.
and you really sort of just did your own thing. I know that you made one album which you just sort of did at home,
Right.
that ended up being available on the internet. That was before Mobilize, and up until this new album, really, you just sort of been doing it solo. Did you feel the need to get a band back together to play with you?
Well, it's interesting. You know, the way in which we went about this was different than we would have done it with Grantley Buffalo. You know, being a three-piece, we frequently would resort to a sort of layer cake in terms of building the albums. You know, there are moments where it's very live and it's the three of us on the floor, but if anything, that sort of hinted to me that that's the way to do it. You know, so this time around, we were able to work with a great engineer, Husky Huskels, who allowed us to sort of set up, you know, the 6 or 7 of us, something like that, and you know, add an overdub or two, and it was like it had a kind of spark and a kind of, I don't know. The process was certainly less exhausting, you know, than going about it with tweezers and a Macintosh.
But you actually did it pretty quickly as well, didn't you?
It was done darn quickly, yeah. I mean, that's also probably key to a lot of this, you know, not allowing myself to overthink it. Yeah, about 3 days and 3 or 4 days, I guess, in terms of the real basic tracks, you know, and that pretty much sounded like the record. And then Greg Gleese and Danny Frankel and a few others dropped in.
You know, one of the things that I think I've always noticed about your songs with the band, and obviously since you went out on your own, is that you're very much a storyteller as a songwriter, aren't you? You really sort of bring characters and people to life in your songs. And I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit about the songs on this record, about this collection of songs that makes up Virginia Creeper.
Well, it's interesting. You know, I guess it varies from song to song, but I've found that by addressing a character or seeing through the eyes of a character, I can open up all sorts of doors of truth that, you know, that might be difficult if I were to be signing my own name at the bottom of the page. It's a funny paradox there. You know, there are songs like Susanna Little, for instance, that tells the story of my great-grandmother and actually tells the larger story of the plight of the Native Americans as they struggled with cultural dissemination in the mid-century. And meanwhile, there are characters that are extracted from folklore, like Calamity Jane, you know, which in this case kind of personifies a larger American attitude, a kind of gun-toting Wild West attitude, if you will, you know.
So there's a little political commentary going on as well.
Yeah, you know, it's not that far under the surface, I guess.
Right.
The Rover could pick it up. You know, so it all depends, you know, song, what song we're talking about. Josephine of the Swamps, I think, is one that's sort of it's one in a long line of bayou, swamp dirges. And I don't know, it allows me to enter into a lyric from a different angle each time around, you know, as opposed to telling you what I had for breakfast, and which I don't think I ate breakfast this morning, come to think of it. So there's nothing to write about in that case.
You also included a cover of the Graham Parsons song Hickory Wind as well.
Right.
Why'd you decide to record that?
Well, you know what? That really it really grew out of beginning to sing here with Cindy. The two of us had gotten together probably about 5 months, maybe less, leading up to the recording process, and I had heard Cindy with Gregory Page, you know, who was working with John Doe, and I thought, man, gotta steal her, and and so we began to sing together, and that was one of the songs that we gravitated towards. I think we were also singing a Ray Price song and an old Merle Haggard song, you know.
Oh, so you guys were just finding your voices together by doing these songs.
I think it was born out of that, you know, and that was a natural selection that was sort of just tailor-made for for harmonies.
Well, we're kind of running out of time, so I think I'm going to cut the interview short because I know you got another set of music. I do want to just let people know, though, that you're playing tomorrow night. It's actually a sold-out show, I'm told, at Largo.
Right.
But you're going to be back there again in April for a couple of nights.
That's right, April 14th and 15th.
And you're also going to be heading out around the country as well for people who are listening on the web. We just got an email from some guy in Indianapolis who was watching you, wondering if you're going to be heading in that direction. But you are going to be heading out on tour, right?
We are actually, yeah. We do this show tomorrow night at Largo to kick the record off, and then we hightail it to Toronto, and we start playing.
Okay, well let's throw it back to you guys. We'll come back and we'll wrap things up. We'll give away some copies of the CD and some tickets to this show tomorrow night, and I guess we'll just kind of feel our way in the set here for time, if that's all right.
That sounds great.
Okay.
This is
better step on the brakes. Lit up light till you want a city carnival lights. Why, somebody better pull up the shades. Said the time you had to kiss her goodnight. And outside the motorcycle devils rev for the cruise. Who's in the alley working her loop. A bang, bang on rain coming down the edge of the grill. I'm thinking I'd be a little mystified too. Wish I knew. Wish I knew. Drop another silver plug for the damned. Don't forget to make it a wish. Yellow thunderbolt is Shazam. You isn't very likely to miss. Shutters on the window beating like wings. Smoking back and up in the flue. Hounds are in the gutter starting to sing. I'm thinking I'd be a little mystified too. Wish I knew. Wish I knew. Wish I knew. Light, 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 day, 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 day. Light, 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 day, 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 day. Light, 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 day, 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 day. Light, 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 day, 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 day. Sooner or later, gotta live in your skin. Sleeping in the very bed that you made. Some walking dead behind the Wayfarer lenses, hanging by the skin of your teeth. Motorcycle devils rev for the cruise. Soldiers in the alley working the roof. A little bitty pretty one was got into you. Thinking I'd be a little mystified too. Wish I knew. Wish I knew. Wish I knew. Hey. Light, 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 day, 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 day. Light, 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 day, 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 day. Light, 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 day, 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 day. Light, 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 day, day, day. Wish I knew better than to do as I please. Better than a skin on my knee. Better than a falling for you. Wish I knew. Wish I knew. Wish I knew. You're the last of your kind, Mona Lisa, with a wink of your eye. Make it alright. Oh, there's more left to life, Mona Lisa. Let me take you along for the ride. Ain't nothing that stays the same. Won't ask you to you. And just that Birkin smile you wore yesterday. Say you won't ever lose. I've been down, I've been worse. Mona Lisa came in last, came And just that burgundy smile you wore yesterday, I say you won't ever lose. Oh, you taught me this much, Mona Lisa. I done said it aside. For when you need the same magic touch, or for when you need reminding, ain't nothing that stays the same. Won't ask you, and just that burgundy smile you wore yesterday, say you won't never lose. And just that burgundy smile you wore yesterday, say you won't never lose.
Mona Lisa. Only thing missing from that song is Eric Gorfain and his fantastic violin. This is the Graham Parsons song.
In South Carolina, there are many tall pines. I remember the old tree that we used to climb. And now when I'm lonesome, I'll always pretend getting the feel, a hickory wind. I started out younger, had most everything, all the riches and pleasures. What else could life bring? But it makes me feel better each time it begins. I'll call me home, Hickory Wind. It's a hard way to find out trouble is real in a faraway city with a faraway feel. But it makes me feel better each time it begins. Are calling me home, Hickory Wind are calling me home. Hickory Wind keeps calling me home. Hickory Wind.
Morning Becomes Eclectic at 89.9 KCRW. Our guest in studio this morning, Grantley Phillips. Thanks for bringing everybody in and performing.
Thanks so much for having us.
And good luck with the album. There is a show tomorrow night, as we said, that we're going to give away some tickets to. If anybody wants information on where you will be elsewhere in the country, or for Europe for that matter, there is a list of Grantley's upcoming shows at grantleyphillips.com with all the tour dates coming up, including some in Europe, as I said. So, and good luck with the record. Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Grantley Phillips on Morning Becomes Eclectic here at 89.9 KCRW.